We're back.
Yeah, you got it.
Hey, we are back for another episode of Talk Therapy Live with your girl, Kimberly B, and my wonderful co-host.
It's me. I'm the bishop, y'all. I'm the sidekick. She got me in here.
You are more than a sidekick, honey.
Well, you've been having me feeling like that for a long time. I thought I was just a sidekick.
I'm so sorry.
You know what I mean? Like Batman and Robin. You know.
Listen.
I thought I was Robin.
You're.
I never want to be Robin. Neither one of them really, because they both wear.
I was going to say Robin wore tights.
They both did.
Yeah. Okay. So no, that's not a good analogy.
Okay.
But you are my wonderful co-host.
I appreciate that.
The Honorable Bishop Marvin C. Bozeman.
You
are listening to a Gold Chip Communication station. You can listen live at www.1580thepraise.com. Or if you want to tune in and join this wonderful discussion today, go to my Facebook page, Kimberly Bozeman, Bozeman, and be a part of this wonderful discussion. I see my sister-in-law, Brittany Bozeman, is watching.
Bloom Bozeman.
Yes, feel free to chime in and tune in. We have a hot topic today.
Hot.
It is a hot topic.
Yeah.
Traveling through the unknown.
Yes.
That sounds kind of scary, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, traveling through the unknown. Almost like that old movie or show back in the day, Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone, well,
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Right. But doesn't it feel like we're walking through the Twilight Zone,
Something's going on, yeah, because we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we don't know what's going
we
on.
don't know if it's real or not.
But it's some things going on in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So before we get started, I want you to know that I am the owner of Healthy Emotes Counseling Services located at 1011 East Jenkins Avenue. I am still doing telehealth.
Yes.
Because the numbers are going up, right? Mm-hmm. The numbers are going up, so I'm still doing telehealth services. You can look me up on Psychology Today and also go to my website at www.healthyemotes.com. Good morning, my beautiful mother.
Good morning.
Idra Trout is watching. Again, we're talking about traveling through the unknown. So we already said that it brings to our mind like we're walking through the Twilight Zone.
Like the Twilight Zone. It does. There's so much going on at one time. You know, I mean, come on.
Yes.
We don't know what's going on. So,
yes.
Hey, here we are.
Here we are in the midst of this actual Twilight Zone.
Traveling in.
Traveling in.
Traveling in. You know, not through. Because right now we ain't even got through yet. To me, through is like a mindset.
Okay.
You know, so before we actually, while we're in something, the mindset is to get through it.
Yes, that's good.
We don't know what's going on.
That's good. And Dr. Owens, my daughter Camille, is listening.
Good morning,
my baby girl, only girl. Bishop, you just said something right there. You talking about a mindset.
Yeah.
You know, traveling in.
Yeah.
You know, is a mindset. Yes. You know, so, I am a mental health therapist, and right now I am, and I always deal with the people's mindset, but even more so
Sister
right
Moore,
now.
God bless you.
Good morning, Sister Moore.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in. So we're talking about people's mindset as we're traveling in
the unknown.
In the unknown.
The mind is the mindset of it all, right?
Yes.
Traveling in versus traveling through. So while we're in, the mindset is to get through.
Gotta
get through.
I love, but you know what? The thing is, most of us will get through, but it's how we get through.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, so we can be determined to be frantic in our mind. We can be determined to have a peace of mind. We can be determined to be in control, or we can be determined to give God the control.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what it comes down to with me. You know, it's about trust. It's all about trust. Where your trust is at.
Yes.
Right? Is my trust in government? Is my trust in my job? You know, am I trusting in my family support? All of those things are known to break down on you in a minute.
Indeed.
Right?
Indeed.
But as we always say, my hope is built on nothing less. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So our trust has to be in God while we're yet in the unknown, with the mindset of going through it.
Yes. Yes.
You know?
We have to go through.
Yes.
We can go through this. And we can go through it very well. And the first thing you said, putting trust in government.
Yeah.
But they kind of make you like codependent upon them.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Yes.
But the stimulus checks look pretty good, especially especially with the unemployment and how they're adding, like how they have added
it's a good trick.
$600.
It's a good trick.
Yeah.
Oh, we got 6 coming?
Well, they added $600 onto what you would normally get.
I was about to go to the box. I was about to run to the mailbox. Like, maybe it's today.
Yeah, and you think it's 6,000. No, I can't.
Well, you only said 6. I know it wasn't $6.
So let's talk about that, because we're talking about traveling through the unknown. So again, we're talking about the government right now. So the government has made it really comfortable for a lot of people who are on unemployment. So they have added $600 a week. But that $600 is supposed to be stopping at the end of this month. I think I have that right.
Yeah.
So can you imagine the fear?
Yeah. A lot of fear.
Yeah, because how are people going to make it now?
Exactly, a lot of fear, and nothing's changing as in terms of my employment.
Right.
I don't have anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's fearful, very fearful.
What do you all think about that? About the $600 stopping at the end of this month? I'm not sure if there's anything we can do about that as far as, well, it's probably too late anyway. But this is indicative of how the government can cause you to be codependent upon them.
You know, I was riding the other day and I happened to see a sign that said, trust God, help people.
Trust God and help people.
Yeah. I mean, so think about that. And that's really where it is with me. We have to trust God. At the same time, we have to be mindful of others that are in this unknown place of, I don't know where my next meal is coming from, or how my light bill is going to be paid, or, I mean, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So we have to make sure that we are helping each other.
Helping each
we
other.
Put the little bit of our resources together.
Yes.
And make a whole lot.
No time to be stingy.
No
or
time
selfish.
To be, come on, yeah.
And that's about picking up the phone. Hey, sweetie, do you need anything? Are you good over there? But then you know what? People have so much pride.
Yeah. Pastor Dan just said that Congress is still arguing about it.
Oh, what is there to argue about?
They're still arguing about it.
Because you raise the economy. Yeah. You raise the economy. The economy is doing okay. Then you take it away. Then we're going to go back into the same situation we were in before. Yes. Brittany Bozeman said if the new stimulus package passes, the unemployment is going from 600 to 250.
Wow.
Is
that 2,500?
I'm thinking that's $250.
You know what I mean? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So how am I going to survive if I have children? How am I going to survive for myself?
Yeah.
You know, because you might be a single person that you still have bills.
That's right.
So
that's
right. It's very scary.
And I really admire the entrepreneurs now.
Yeah.
You know
it's
what
a
I
lot
mean?
popping up.
It's a lot.
It's a lot popping up.
I'm telling you, if you have a gift or you have a talent, the Bible says that your gift will make room for you.
Yeah. Now is the time.
Now is the time.
Exactly.
So I'm asking you to take a leap of faith. Stretch yourself and trust God. These are the times we don't want to be dependent upon the government, because we see they can give and they can take away.
They can take away. They're little G God.
Yes.
Little G God government. You know what I mean? They do. They will give and they can take away as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good morning to my cousin Karen Davis. Feel free to chime in. And today's discussion is talking about traveling through the unknown.
Traveling in.
You
ain't got through it yet.
What's the difference?
You haven't gotten through it yet. You're in it. Through is a mindset while you're in it.
Come on.
Right?
Now. Yes.
Because it's like, okay, if I'm in it, for me to get through it, You know what I mean? I have to set some type of discipline, principle, instructions, directions, plan on how to get through.
Right. That's
you know, because
right.
that's while you're in it. It's like day by day. Okay,
That's
Lord,
right.
give me this day my daily bread.
My daily
This is where I
bread.
am here.
Oh, I love
Yes,
that. I
yes,
love
yes.
that. I want to say hello to my cousin Christina Harris.
Good morning.
Somebody else tuned in too, I think. I'm not. Christina, Karen Davis. Oh, I got all my cousins
Look
on
at
here.
that.
And Miss Correa
Miss Correa.
Scott.
Yes.
Good
Good
morning
morning,
to
everyone.
you. I love that.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of stuck on that. What you're saying is that we're traveling in it. We're not through it yet.
Yes.
So we mentioned before how all of
Yeah.
this feels like the twilight zone with so many things going on right now.
Yeah.
You know that.
You remember that late night Alfred
indeed.
Hitchcock?
Yes,
You remember that?
Yeah. I do kind of dating ourselves.
Watch yourself,
but-
Fritz the night owl.
Fritz the night owl. Yes, yes. But it is so true that this is a mindset. How will you make it through?
Yes.
We're going to get through it one way or another, but how we get through is so important.
Yeah.
So again, if you have a craft, if you have a gift or a talent, then ask God to breathe on that thing. You don't want to be codependent on anything. Now, not any system.
That's right.
You want to be independent. You know, it's like my nephew.
Yeah.
He's doing work in my house
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
And this is his business.
He's his own boss.
He is his own boss.
That's the best kind of boss to
That's
have.
right. That's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Making money.
Right,
Making
right.
money, not dependent on
Yeah.
any. And you'll be surprised what you call a small gift or a small talent. It'll bless the socks off somebody else.
Exactly.
You know, some clients,
Yeah.
they make, the
Mask.
the mask.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, everybody's doing that now. Huh?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you can do your own thing with it, put your own twist on it.
I tried,
You
and I
know?
don't do a good job.
Yeah, I
at
know
it, so-
that was. Yeah, you did.
Oh no, you were.
That was terrible, but you did.
I tried.
You did.
I tried.
You did.
Hey, I'm gonna try anything now.
You
I know
did.
if I'm good or if I'm not good at it.
You just get a piece of cloth and hold it over. You know?
I had the little shoestrings.
Yeah.
I had the little shoestrings.
poor man mask.
And then,
Poor man mask. That's how you can sell it. Poor man mask. All right. Okay.
woo, something is wrong with him. Are y'all praying for me? Are y'all praying for me? Please be praying
but
for me.
You're so great at so many other things. So, we just buy them from whoever we need to get them from.
Right, but I know where my gift is. My gift is in helping people.
It ain't in mask, man.
No, it's not in mask making. So I thrive in my gift in
goodness.
helping
Exactly.
other people emotionally, psychologically, and mentally. But you got to know that. So we don't want to be dependent upon anyone else. If you have to grow your own food, grow your own food.
Yeah.
The Bible says that perilous times shall come.
Yes.
Perilous times are here. That's the news flash.
Yeah.
Perilous times are here now.
Yeah.
So
We haven't gotten through it. We're in it.
we're in the midst of it. So that's one of the things that causes fear, worry, and anxiety. We're talking about unemployment, but a lot of people really have a lot of anxiety because they're parents,
Yeah.
but they have kids.
But you know what? Go ahead. I see you got your list.
No,
going.
go ahead.
To black people, unemployment is nothing new. You know what I mean? We've gotten away from our connection with each other, helping each other, depending on each other as a family unit, as a people that's together. We've always had hard times but we were together and we made it.
We worked
and
together.
we made it through.
Oh, we did make it through.
Yeah. So times are so different now. We don't have that connect.
What do you think
Like we used
happened
to.
to us?
Listen, I think probably the thought of bettering yourself meant you moved away from your people.
Oh, man.
So hey, for me to move out of the hood mean I'm coming up. You know what I mean? Moving up to the east side. You know what I mean?
But then you don't take anyone with you.
No. No, you don't. Because now you think you're better than.
So we got away from a collective unit to an individual, unit.
Correct. I got mine, you get yours.
Right, yeah.
But as I stated before, the sign I saw that I looked at, it said, trusting God, help people.
Help people. We have to get back to, because when we're out in the streets and stuff, hey sis, how you doing? What's up, my brother?
Yeah.
Speak
to each other.
Right.
Even when we go away or we travel or something.
Those words mean something.
When we see people that look like us, you know me.
Yeah, but
what do I do?
Right, yeah, he speaks to everyone.
Listen, and you look like me too.
He not only speaks to everyone, he holds conversations with them like he does know them.
And you find out so much, though, don't you?
I'm like, he is my dad over
but you find
again.
out so much.
He's my dad. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I mean, we look like, why can't we talk? Say hello.
Yeah. That's a true story, but then you find out everybody don't want to be bothered.
That's true too. I mean, they'll tell me if they don't. But it's been working for me all these years.
Or you got to read the body language.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. They take 2 paces back, okay, I need to move. I need to keep it moving.
Yes.
All right, so again, Mom said, just like your dad. Indeed, yes. So again, we're talking about traveling in the unknown. We are in the midst of the twilight zone. But we don't say this to scare you, but these are the actual times that we are living in. It's all biblical. It's all prophetic. And here we are in the midst of all of these things. You have parents who have children. Now, they're talking about sending the kids back to school. They don't know if they're actually going to go into the classroom. They don't know if they're still going to do online or a combination.
Some are like two days in and 3 days out, or some kind of
Right, but then if the parents have to work, how I thank God that I don't have any little kids right now that I have to do it. I don't know how that would work. Although the parents are at home, they still can't really effectively watch the kids and help them with their homework and all of that stuff. So that causes a lot of stress, worry, fear, and anxiety.
A lot of anxiety.
I don't know about you, but I'm not a teacher. And this new math and stuff that they're teaching.
So you need to know somebody that knows somebody.
Yeah, you better YouTube it all day. What are your thoughts about that Facebook? Have any of you suffered through that from this year? Now they're talking about going back. Good morning, Anita Lady Overflow Dawson. Good morning, preacher.
Yes.
Traveling in the unknown. Yeah. So can you imagine the level of anxiety? And I tell you what anxiety does, especially prolonged anxiety, it can actually harden your arteries.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that? I mean, because you have so much cortisol. Okay. Cortisol, which is your stress hormone that you're constantly releasing. Remember this, and I say it all the time. Whatever thought you have, you're telling your brain to release the corresponding chemical reaction. So if I have fear, if I have worry, anxiety is worry regarding the future. It has not happened yet, whereas fear is more so like in the now, in the present. But again, you're going to release the corresponding chemicals, and the adrenaline is detrimental on your internal system as well. So it's like we're killing ourselves in the this is why we need God.
We need it. We do.
If you ever needed the Lord before.
We need him now. We were always, but man, we realized how much we needed him. And how much we need him now. That's right.
Because
really that's where our hope, our trust, because there are a lot of people that have no hope.
That's right.
You don't have no hope, you don't have God.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So it all goes back to that one thing I'm very grateful for is my foundation. We kind of touched on it earlier. Your foundation is important.
That's right.
The older you get, the more life comes at you. You need something to whereas you can stand flat-footed and trust in this. I know this works for me.
That's right.
We have to. We have to have a sure foundation.
And that's something that we can we can definitely give our children, and
We
it's,
must.
and it's free.
We must.
There's a lot that we wish we could give our children, but giving them a good,
We
sure
must do that.
foundation for such a time as this.
We must do that. The world is getting worse. We know that. We see it. And if you have small children, get your Bible out, and you can actually go along with what's actually happening today.
Yes, sir.
Point it out to them. But this is who we trust in, son
That's right.
or daughter.
Yes,
They
yes.
have to have that foundation.
You
We must get back to that as a family.
Yeah.
We have to.
Yeah. Because in
We have to.
counseling, when people come in with depression, anxiety, and fear, one of the questions that I ask them is, what gives you hope? And it hurts my heart because they're sitting there and they're thinking like, and I want to say God, but that's for me.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's so
Because
sad.
that's your foundation speaking.
Yes.
You know.
And the whole time I'm like praying, like, God,
Yeah.
please open up a door of opportunity.
Most definitely.
You know,
Yeah.
but you have to
Yeah.
have something other than yourself
Yeah.
to hope in.
Yeah.
Brittany says, I agree. This school situation is definitely stressful. As parents, we want the best for our children, and working parents, this always happens, and working parents definitely are torn on sending our kids back to school or do 100% online. Yeah.
You know, it's so crazy because the government has their hand in so much of what it is that we do in life, decisions we make. I mean, there used to be time when there was a parent home and a parent working.
Yeah.
But society, in the way it is now, everybody got to get out and work. The child got to get the paper out.
That's,
I mean, you know,
right,
because
yeah.
of the way things are, you know. So, yeah. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah. Mom Trout says, trust in the Lord with all thy heart and
Yes.
lean not to your own understanding, and he will direct your path. Because right now, we need direction, and we need clarity, and we need a peace of mind.
There's a few scriptures I want to point out. Psalm 31:14 says, but as for me, I trust in you, O Lord, you are my God. Psalm 33:21 says, for our heart rejoices in him because we trust in his holy name. Psalm 56:3 says, when I am afraid, I will put my trust in you. So, and I stated earlier, it's all about, we must put our trust back in the God of our salvation.
Yes, sir.
We have to do that.
Yeah.
It's about trusting him. It's been this saying that's out sometime, you know, you have to trust God when you can't trace God.
Say that again.
You have to trust God when you can't trace God.
My God. Because
You know?
sometimes you don't feel God.
You don't feel God. You do not feel
Yeah,
God.
yeah. And sometimes it seems like you're alone, but
Yes.
you're never alone.
Yes.
You're never alone. God is
Exactly.
always there. And we
Exactly.
need him more and more. So you have to really pull in not just your emotional mind. It feels
Yeah.
good to feel God.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I love that feeling. But there's going to be times when you have to pull on your intellect. And know that you know that you know, like the old timers used to say,
Yeah,
that
have
you
to
are
know it.
saved and he is the God of your salvation. We
Yes.
have the promise of his presence.
Yes.
That means
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
will never, ever walk away.
Yeah, but can you imagine the mindset, and I'm sure you counsel so many people that have lost their job and their faith, their trust was all in that job. They
Yes.
knew that this job was their
Everything.
everything,
Indeed.
and lost it,
Yes.
and now they're frazzled.
Yes.
They don't know what to do, or what am I going? I mean, how do you even begin to talk with an individual that puts so much trust in their job?
And especially when they don't want God.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I mean?
So how do you do that?
Yeah, it's very, and then I have to apply practical principles
Okay.
and techniques.
Okay.
You know, I try to keep, and this is going to work for anybody,
Yeah.
even if you have God, just because we're living in the twilight zone.
Yeah.
We have to be mindful.
Yeah.
We have to pull our minds in from the left and from the right. We cannot get stuck on, well, I had this good job on yesterday. If we stay there, we're going to get more and more depressed because you don't have it now. It's gone. So keeping your mind stuck in the past is going to exacerbate your depression. And you have to pull your mind in from the right because you don't have the future yet.
Yeah.
You do not have the next minute. You don't have the next hour. So for me to waste time over there about who am I going to be tomorrow is of no benefit to you. So I encourage clients to be mindful. Pull your mind in from both sides. Center yourself. Be in the moment. Turn this moment into gratefulness. Yeah, I lost my job on yesterday, but God, I thank you because right now I still have a roof over my head.
It's like handling your today now.
Handling your today now. Yes.
And I stated before, the scripture says, give us this day our daily bread. That's
right.
all we have.
That's all we have.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it Sunday about a lamp and a light. A lamp shows you the next step, and
the next step.
The light shows you what's down the road.
But how many people want the light? They forget the lamp.
Yeah, they don't want the lamp.
Right. But you know what? And that's why we have so many people that run. They're word chasers.
Yeah.
Good morning, Miss Candy Lane, my sis. Good morning to you.
That is so true.
But there's a lot of people want the light because they don't have time for the lamp to show them step by step. They want to see the whole path.
Yeah.
And you got word chasers.
Yeah,
you got prophecy chasers that run after this word, run after that word, and the end result is a mess.
It is. Yeah, because you didn't take that one step at a time.
Yeah, it's like when we went on vacation, and you know how when you're on vacation, they have all these good eateries, so we will go from, for breakfast, we'll go to this spot, for lunch, we'll go to that spot. So you're eating at all these different places, which makes you sick after a period of time. You're like, oh my God, I should not have eaten all I feel. And that's how we are in the word. You know what I mean? You cannot eat at everybody's table. I don't care what they're offering. You don't know what they're cooking with.
That's right. Can
I get an amen?
Yeah, amen, and oh boy, and everything else. That's the truth.
Seriously. Yeah. Oh, my sis Coslin. Hi, Coslin.
Is that Miss Coslin?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he remembers.
Yeah, Miss Coslin.
Yes, God bless you. Feel free to chime in.
Yeah. Sister Forte, hello.
Yes, my
sis,
Marvin. Brittany said you may end up with food poisoning.
Listen.
That'll preach.
I might do that one Sunday. That's
preach
good.
It. Does he have your permission to preach that?
Listen, she got it from somebody. I'm going.
Food poisoning, but we have to take God at His word and allow Him to be that lamp. Because one thing about God is that in order to walk with Him, you have to have faith.
You must.
So He's not just going to illuminate your whole path. He's going to take you step by step. But in the meantime, He's building your trust in Him.
Exactly. And it's like a baby. You're taking baby steps. You know what I mean? At the same time, you're trying to stay with yourself because you're trying to get used to the next step.
Yes.
How you going to take it?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah. But a baby doesn't care if he's walking and stumbles. Why? Because he has your hand.
Exactly.
He's holding on to your hand.
It's the wrong show you want. It's the wrong show.
I'm a Christian counselor.
This is the wrong show.
I am a Christian counselor. So it's
say
just
that for Sunday.
It's just who I am, you know, and I do it in my sessions if it's the right client, if they will allow me to.
I might have to turn you off and you can hold your ear down.
I can't, Marvin.
I'm a quit. I'm sorry. I'm on your show.
Marvin.
I apologize.
Again, this is Talk Therapy Live, and we're talking about traveling in the unknown. What do you all feel? What do you all think? I want to know what you think and feel about mandated mask.
Yeah. I don't even know why there's a issue with that, but how do y'all feel about that? That you must.
that you must wear a mandated mask? What are your thoughts and feelings? Because I have clients who have anxiety both ways. Now, some people have a fear. They have germ phobias and things of that nature. Correa say this should have been happening, the mandated. Yeah, because if everyone does it, then we can help. You know what I mean? Yeah. I understand that if I wear a mask and nobody else is wearing a mask, I'm just protecting people from me.
Exactly.
But you can still get my germs, right? You know, but if everyone's doing it, then we can probably help one another. You know, but see, some people are like very, very upset because they feel like the government is taking away their independence, their autonomy. Marvin said, that's a good thing. Keep us healthy when traveling outside of our home.
Exactly. Exactly.
What do you all think about people who feel like their rights are being taken away? Because it is their body. So can the government... and just like with the vaccine. So let's talk about the mask and the vaccine. Can the government really mandate what we can do with our own bodies? Cosmo says everyone needs to do it to keep ourselves safe.
Amen.
All right,
Exactly. Keep that mask on.
What about mandated vaccines?
Now, that I don't like.
Why?
I don't know what's in the thing. I don't know what's that. What are you giving me? You know, what are you giving to me? You've already done that to us before.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Tuskegee.
Yeah. So, I mean, we don't know what it is, you know.
Marvin says hogwash. The government tells us to a degree.
To a degree.
You're absolutely right.
So there's the truth, and then there's what they want us to know to a certain degree.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's the unknown for me. I know we only are given in part. And the part that we're given, we don't even know if it's true or not.
Yes.
You know, we really don't.
Yes.
You know, we don't know if it's true or whatever.
Well, I know, he said, please don't Tuskegee me.
Yeah.
I know some, and I've heard some people saying that, and we definitely want to know your thoughts because this is talk therapy. Yeah. So we need you all to talk back. Yeah. Talking about COVID ID stands for a certificate of vaccination, but the 19 stands for AI, which means our artificial intelligence being injected into us. What are your thoughts about that? Cosman says, not feeling the vaccine, we don't know what they're putting in it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but when they're talking about you won't be able to go to the grocery stores, you won't be able to go to doctor's appointments, does this not sound like the mark of the beast?
Sounds just like it. So if I can't purchase, you know, if I can't go out here and do the things I normally do because I don't have this, then what else is in that vaccine?
Yeah. Why do you want me to have it so bad?
Yeah.
You know.
The same way with testing. There's something with that testing. I mean, you know, we watch movies and we see mass testing sites in movies, and you're like, oh my God, can you even imagine that even happening? And here we are, you got miles of cards for people to get tested.
Because if they could do a movie about it, they already had it in the works.
Come on. That's it.
What are your thoughts about... Good morning, Steve Gammon.
What's going on, brother? Good to see you today.
So we're talking about how do we feel about mandated masks and mandated vaccinations.
Yeah.
And I just made a statement or a question, asked a question about, doesn't it sound like the mark of the beast? Because they're talking about we can't buy, we can't sell, and all of that stuff. What are your thoughts about how 666 is the number of man?
That's true.
You know what I mean? So, and we see that government and men are that created that vaccine or whatever. I mean, the COVID.
If we get our Bibles out and compare it to what's currently going on, you will definitely see, like the old song says, I know the Bible is right. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't know how we can turn away from what's going on now and turn away from Scripture. Because we see our thing is trusting God to keep us before things get worse.
Uh-huh.
Because we talked about it before, there's always a rapture. There's going to be a taking away.
Yes.
Before it gets any worse. We're here as a stabilizer.
Mm-hmm.
We're here as salt. We're here as a light.
Yes, sir.
To preserve. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Good morning to my sister Angela
Robinson.
There
she is.
You know, that
my favorite sister-in-law. You
there
understand?
You go.
What's happening, girl?
Your other one downstairs.
I only got one.
Oh, okay.
What you talking about?
Okay, all righty.
Shoot.
So in my mind, and help me because you are my bishop.
Okay.
Help me because when we talk about the mark of the beast, I would normally think about a creature. You know, you talk about the mark of the beast, 666.
Yeah.
But then when you understand that 666 is the number of man, then I'm thinking more like towards government.
There are different, let's say there are different understandings as to the mark of the beast. Whether it is, through government, there are so many different interpretations of that. Is it symbolic?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so there are so many different interpretations to that. And I always say we all know in part.
That's right.
But if you compare that to now and what they're trying to do now, you're like, okay, government. You know what I mean? So there has to be a definite, understanding in comparison to Scripture.
Right.
My thing is keep your Bible open.
Keep your Bible open. They used to say keep your newspaper open and compare it with the Bible. We don't have a newspaper anymore, but or do we?
We do. You ain't read one in a minute, but I mean, it's what we do. It's like your newspaper and current affairs.
Yes.
We want to know exactly what's going on and where we are right now as according to prophecy.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yes, because prophecy is being fulfilled right now. We're in the midst of the twilight zone. Hey, Deb Marvin, I see you on there. Feel free to chime in. My cousin Karen, all the way from Louisville, Kentucky, is on here.
Listen, can I say this? When I first went down there to Louisville, down there with y'all know I loved it, didn't I?
Yes.
Did I love it for real? I'm like, man, I think I want to move down there. You remember that?
But he says that everywhere we go.
Stop it. Stop.
Correa said the government is full of beasts.
That's true.
True story.
That's true.
Mom Trout says, learn. What does he say? Lean not to your own understanding. Yes, indeed, He will direct our paths. So we're talking about traveling through this period of time. It is the unknown. It is like the twilight zone. So we have to be able to create an atmosphere of peace and comfort for ourselves.
Okay. Yeah.
We can do that. We're empowered to do that. Let's see what Dr. Owens is saying. I think the vaccine should be optional. If enough people get it, though, it's called herd immunity. Ugh, I don't know if I like the name of that. Herd immunity, which can also...
Put your finger all the way on it.
I'm trying. Okay, do your finger. Sorry. It doesn't want to pop.
Don't want to move up.
It's okay. Hopefully you all can read it. But it's called herd immunity. And she says some other things. And I'll go back through, as you all know, after the show. And I will also give you feedback on what you put in. Because it's impossible for us to read everybody's. It's okay, Bishop.
He's determined.
He is determined to get it.
Oh my God, there it is.
Oh my God. Herd immunity, which can also decrease the spread without making everyone get it. Correa says, I haven't heard of this. What is this? So, Camille, you need to elaborate on that just a little more.
Yeah. But do we know that's true or not?
Right. We know.
Do we know that's true or not?
We know what we've been told.
Yeah. If it's going to stop the spread or is a chip being put in there and shot into our bodies as well?
Yes. Yes.
We don't know.
Right. We do not know. But again, because there's so many unknowns, this causes anxiety.
Causes a lot of anxiety.
It really does.
I'm not getting that. I mean, arguments have broken out on should I get vaccinated or not?
Right.
Should I wear a mask or not? You got people fighting in public over whether or not
But our president doesn't help either because he's so wishy-washy too. One minute he has a mask on, next minute he doesn't have a mask on, and he's supposed to be our role model. I don't think so.
Is there really this thing going on or not?
Exactly.
If they're gathered together in large places with thousands of people, and no one had their mask on.
That's right.
Like, is it something they're putting into our minds to make us sick or what? I mean,
Karen says, hi, cuz just like the flu, some people can get it even if given the shot. True story. We don't know anything about this. That is such a truth.
Well said.
And you know what? I haven't gotten a flu shot in a long time because just for that reason, because there's so many different strands.
Yeah, you get sick, you get the flu shot, and you get sick.
Right. I didn't give you the shot for that strand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Exactly. So we don't know what we're putting into our bodies. Yeah. I am really concerned about our state of being while we're in the midst. I'm worried about our mindset so that we're not killing ourselves, because if the government can create fear, whereas half their job is done.
That's
if we're releasing all this negative stuff within us. Fear. But we don't have to
panic.
If you are fearful, if you have anxiety, we have to really educate ourselves and question, why am I fearful? You have to do your own research so that you can learn about your fear. Like, what is this actually about? So you have to deal with the fear. You have to sit down with yourself and say, why am I so anxious about A, B, C, D, and educate yourself about it. Because if you know that, then you can counter it.
It's like the Lord had to speak to me concerning change. I know that things are changing right before. We're already in a new world.
Yes, sir.
Already.
Yes, sir. Yes,
what
sir.
I mean?
We are.
And that can be fearful. It can become stressful. The way that you handle business transactions, things can be very stressful for you because of the change that we're in. But there are things that we just have to change with. When it comes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Some things we can't change.
That's right.
We can't fight against.
That's right.
I mean? We just kind of have to go with what's being done. But we have to choose wisely.
That's right.
As well.
Yeah, and I'm reminded of my mom. And we know my mom is older, but then you talking about changing with the times. She got this phone. It's stressful, but she's trying to get with the new changing time.
Exactly.
She's not afraid to try it. She got the same kind of phone that I got. She got an iPhone, and she working it. You know what I mean? But she's not afraid to try. And this is a thing. We have to really face our fears.
Have to. Yeah.
Our fears will overtake us.
We're talking about a cashless society, right? All that. So we know the chip is involved.
Yes.
With that. You got your chip already in your bank card or whatever the case may be. They're already in your homes. You know what I mean? If you're watching TV, they watching you.
That's right. Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
All of these things are going on, so this it's a new world, and we are in a new world.
We're in a new world. But how will we navigate in this new world? Are we going to navigate with worry, fear, and anxiety?
There's a word that says that God is immutable.
He is immutable.
This word immutable means He does not change.
He does not change.
This world is changing. It's changing very quickly, but our trust cannot change when it comes to putting it in this immutable God that changes not.
That's right.
If He kept us yesterday, He'll keep us today.
But Bishop, it's amazing to me though, because we can trust God for salvation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can trust Him, for deliverance or to provide. But then when it comes to our everyday lives, we want to handle that on our own. Is He not the God? Is He not the God of Corona?
We don't want to invite Him in until things go wrong. Until I get it.
But why? It's almost like we esteem this Corona, this virus, higher than God.
That's true. Every pastor is stressed.
How so?
Because you're not meeting regularly with your people. The church is somewhat shut down. You try to have a service and people refuse to come, but they go every place else. And you're like, why don't you want to come to church?
If you can put on a mask and go to Walmart, you can put on a mask to go wherever else. You can put on a mask and come to church.
And you'll be, what's that, social distance?
It's
we
the
won't
same
be
thing.
like this.
Right, exactly. It's the same thing. So we have to really wonder what is in operation.
So a lot of pastors are very fearful.
What frequency, what voice are you listening to? What are you tuned into?
They're so fearful. And stressed, because, and it's not about money with every pastor, so let's just kill that now. It's not about that at all. Sister Chris said, I miss church.
Yes,
I get so many calls like, hey, when we going to meet again? And because there are those that desire to be there because they're going other places and they have their mask on and they're fine.
Yes.
What's wrong with the church for a little bit?
There's another frequency.
So pastors are, very worried, stress over that. If you have a caring pastor who desires, and this is new for me, to do virtual worship, virtual church. It's new for me as a pastor to be talking to a screen.
Exactly.
Talking to a phone.
Pseudo people.
You understand? You know what I mean? That's new.
Yes. But you do it so well.
Don't even do that.
You do it so well.
Don't do that.
Don't you all agree?
You guys have molded me into this virtual preacher. You and Sister Forte.
But soft Claiborne.
Is that what it is? You better watch your. That's what I am.
Yeah, I know.
From the earth.
Yes, sir.
My Lord. I am.
Yes, he's doing an awesome job.
Yeah.
So again, we're talking about traveling in the unknown and the worry, fear, and anxiety that it causes. So we talked about facing the fear. We also talked about being mindful. We have to take one day at a time and be grateful. In that one day, you may not have everything that you want to have, but be grateful what you do have. When you are grateful, you create again that hormone, that chemical that's going to correspond with that gratefulness. So there goes the endorphin, there goes the dopamine, there's your feeling good chemical, so you can help yourself and change your atmosphere all at the same time.
So when you say, let me say this, because during this time of change, I believe families should be getting closer together. Because we don't know what's going on.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So we're going to need each other.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We may need to put our resources in. We all may be living in one house or something.
We don't know how to pan out.
We just don't know. You know what I mean? So you need to like each other a little
especially if we don't have jobs, and especially if the government is taking away their bonus or whatever. We have to be in a position to look out for each other.
Looking out for each other.
Yeah.
Getting back to how we used to be.
Yes.
We need to do that.
So hopefully the Congress is kind enough to actually continue this. But
but they love to argue.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Listen.
Listen. Right.
That's what they do.
That's what they do.
Yes.
But again, set yourselves up so you're not dependent upon any governmental system. As quick as they give it is as quick as they can and will take it away. And what do you have left?
That's true.
What do you have left? We want to face our fears. We want to learn about our fear. Learn about our worry. Learn about our anxiety. Like, why does this situation have me in such a way? So we have to sit down and do introspection, okay, and face that fear. Another thing we talked about is mindfulness, being mindful. But your imagination is a very powerful, powerful thing.
Listen. Yes, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I like saying listen. You know?
I'm listening.
But no, it is, because once something is planted into your ear gate, it's in your mind, and now
Yes.
you're fearful. Oh my! They just said this on the news.
Yes.
And immediately, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You don't, you know,
Right.
went to another level in the twilight zone.
Yes, yes. You have to take a vacation from everything that
Listen,
you watch on
yeah.
TV. But use your imagination in a good way.
Yes.
For instance, we're talking about walking through the unknown, you know, and you don't know how ends are going to be made on the next day or whatever. Sit down with yourself and just imagine you being successful in your mind. Imagine that all of your needs are met. Imagine that your family is all together and you're loving on each other.
You know what I hear when you say that? Still plan for the future.
Still plan for the future.
You know?
How so?
So if we are, you know, in this, you trying to go through it, or what's the topic?
Traveling in.
Traveling in.
Yes.
And I talked about, you know,
Traveling through.
Traveling through. To me, it's like through means I need to sit down, I need to write out, I need to plan. You know what I mean? And as you stated before, if you're an entrepreneur, you have different ideas, you need to do that. Vision board the thing.
That's right.
See yourself out.
That's right.
Gone through
And
on the other side.
But you know what? I love that you brought up this topic too, because I see quite a few clients who have a fear of dying and death.
Oh, yeah.
I have quite a few people, and you don't have to be elderly to have that, because some people are sickly.
But you know what?
They have
I believe a
chronic
lot of people
sickness.
have that fear right now, period.
Oh yeah, with the COVID and yeah.
Because they don't know. I mean, we figure that anyone that sneezes or has a cough has the 19.
Right, and
Like-
we were sneezing and coughing before the 19.
You ain't get nervous. You know, someone cough a few times. You know,
Right.
I mean, coughing is not new, is it?
Yeah, but you know, honey, listen, they gonna throw all kind of daggers at you. Don't you
They
cough
be looking
this
at
way. Right, exactly. But for a lot of elderly people and people that have been sick for a while, and like you said, even regarding the corona, a lot of people have a fear. They have a strong fear
let me say
of
this.
death.
There are some people that just don't have any fear at all. And we said this the other day, because our church is in, you can say our church is in the hood. Right? We have prostitutes,
Right.
you know, on our street
Yes.
during COVID-19. They don't have a mask on.
Right. But they're
They
not.
get the job done.
That's
You
true.
understand?
That is true.
I'm like, what's going on here? They don't have a mask on.
But
they still out here working. They got a job.
They have comorbid. I mean, they have dual diagnosis, and they're probably not in their right frame of mindset.
Is that what it is?
But we can be like that too. We can be fearless like that if our trust
Got to
is
be the right
in
fearness.
the Lord.
Fearlessness. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I brought that up because you were talking about planning for the future.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
so if we have a fear of death and dying, we should have our house in order.
Come on, I got you.
You know, so
got
we
you.
have to
Yeah.
we have to sit down and make sure all of our ducks are in a row.
Yeah.
So that your kids are not fighting and arguing over everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make sure that your business is taken care of.
Get some
Talk
insurance.
to
Get some. Spend that $12 a month or $36 or whatever it is, just in case.
Yes.
Have
Because
something.
not only do you have a fear, but then your loved ones have a fear too, because they don't know ABCD. I've had clients, their loved ones have passed away, and they didn't know where to start.
Anything. Yeah.
They didn't know where paperwork was.
Yeah.
They didn't know what kind of insurance they had. We have to have these discussions with each other before that time happens.
Someone said here, Sis Forte said, what is that?
Assurance and insurance.
You need them both?
You better have them. You better have them. But seriously, we take life for granted, and we know that we're all going to die. You know, so we have to have conversations, you know, about ABCD, and then hopefully we can help those people who have that fear of death and dying. Because like Sister Marvin says, if you have the assurance, then that can remove some of that fear of
Most
dying.
most definitely.
If you know where you're going when you leave here.
Yeah.
It
You don't
takes
mind
a-
leaving when it's
You
your
don't
time.
mind leaving. I've seen my daddy cooperate with death.
He did. He did.
He just cooperated because he had that assurance.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
definitely.
You know, so as we walk through this twilight zone, let's help ourselves. Number one, face your fears. Deal with it. Whatever you don't address, you get permission to exist.
Yeah.
Okay? Sit down, find out why I'm so anxious. Why am I worried? Am I putting too much trust in myself? Am I putting too much trust in other people? Where is my trust and my hope at? So you have to challenge yourself. Also, using your imagination. Sit down with yourself and begin to really create in your mind. The reason why you want to create good things in your mind is so that you can release the corresponding chemical reaction. We don't want to release the cortisol and adrenaline unless we really, really need it. Most often, we don't need it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we create all this adrenaline, which makes us more and more anxious. And don't forget about the mindfulness. Now, oftentimes when people are stressed out, they do the short breathing.
Yeah.
Their breath becomes really, really short.
Okay.
Pace yourself throughout the day with deep breathing. Focus on your breathing.
Yeah.
Breathing, Bishop, is so simple, but it's so profound.
Yeah.
I ask clients, you do
I'm
your
doing it now.
homework? Are
I'm
you
doing
doing it now?
I'm doing it now.
It's very beneficial.
Yeah. Breathing.
Yes.
I'm doing it now.
Deep breathing.
Oh.
Not the shallow breathing. Because you constrict your blood vessels and the blood
Yeah, I know.
cannot
Yeah.
move through your vessels the way that it should. Therefore, we're not getting the amount of oxygen that our brain needs.
Yeah.
Okay, so pace yourself with the deep breathing, and then it's going to reduce your levels.
Okay.
It's going to reduce your stress. It's going to reduce the anxiety as well. We're living in the middle of the twilight zone, so we might as well help ourselves. Remember, too, that food is mood and food is medicine.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now listen, for my birthday, we had Bishop Marvin C. Bozeman. He was the chef, and he did a super fantastic job. So we ate, we had cake, we had all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's time to detox.
Yeah.
You know, because no one else can help us. That's something we have to do
I
ourselves.
didn't bake no cakes now. I just want
No,
everybody to know.
no.
I just want y'all to know I didn't do no baking. That ain't what
But
I
he
do.
was on the grill. He was on the grill and in the kitchen, did a wonderful job. I just want to say thank you for making my birthday great.
Well, thanks for allowing me to do that for you. You're so kind.
Really quick, because we have 3. Aw, the music is on. We'll pick up on this next week, because I want to talk about the fear of getting married. Some people have a great fear of getting married.
Do they? I don't
Yes.
think they do.
They don't mind living together.
Yeah, I don't think there's no fear in getting married. It is what it is.
Okay, we're going to talk about that next
Yeah.
week. Yes.
That's a good one.
I am Kimberly.
Thank y'all for
B.
tuning in today and
Yes.
responding and writing back and talking to us and all that
And
good
make
stuff.
sure you all share. Hit the share
Yeah.
button. Share this on your
Yeah.
timeline.
This is Kimberly B of Healthy Emotes, y'all.
Yes.
Yes.
1011 East Jenkins
That's where it
Avenue.
is.
Check
Yeah.
out Psychology Today and my website,
Com.
healthyemotes.com. I love you all. Mwah.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Holla.